Iceland's prime minister resigns following allegations in the recently released Panama Papers. Those papers detail international tax shelters. He stepped down following revelations that he and his wife had interest in an offshore company. That firm owned bonds in 3 Icelandic banks that failed during the 2008 financial crisis. CCTV's Nathan King has more.
Yes, these have been the scenes on the streets of Reykjavik in the last 24 hours after revelations the sitting Prime Minister did not reveal a family interest in 3 Icelandic banks through an offshore holding company he and his wife had registered in the British Virgin Islands. A report published by the author of the Panama Papers, the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, said the couple used the shell company to invest millions of dollars in inherited money, according to a document signed in 2015 by the Prime Minister's wife, the daughter of a wealthy Icelandic Toyota dealer. This is the Prime Minister going into a meeting with the country's president where he had sought to dissolve Parliament and call for new early elections, but he has instead stepped down. The first major casualty of the Panama Papers, a massive data dump exposing secret tax shelters set up by Panama-based law firm Mossack Fonseca. And the US president has also weighed in on the revelations.
We've had another reminder in this big dump of data coming out of Panama that tax avoidance is a big global problem. It's not unique to other countries because, frankly, there are folks here in America who are taking advantage of the same stuff. A lot of it's legal, but that's exactly the problem. It's not that they're breaking the laws, it's that the laws are so poorly designed that they allow people, if they've got enough lawyers and enough accountants, to wiggle out of responsibilities that ordinary citizens are having to abide by. Here in the United States, there are loopholes that only wealthy individuals and powerful corporations have access to. They have access to offshore accounts, and they are gaming the system.
And as the US president pointed out, a lot of this is happening in plain sight. It's not just tax havens, but corporations, for example, are actually moving tax jurisdictions because it makes tremendous amounts of profits. Pfizer, the big pharmaceutical company's merger with Allergen out of Ireland, is seemingly based on the fact if it based itself in Ireland, it will avoid a big tax bill. Now, the US and other countries are trying to change the law, but it is complicated and there are lots of vested interests making sure that this doesn't happen overnight. Nathan King, CCTV, Washington.